this is part 1 of 2 for our Ducky live box. I've got all my stuff out for my Duck live box. Now I am going to be using a different method for each one of the live boxes. I do want to show a different method that you can apply the glitter with. So last time I applied the glitter with bubbles. Everybody loves bubbles. For the scrub-a-dub-dub, 2 ducks in a tub. Actually, I think everybody got like 5 ducks. Or 6 ducks. 5 or 6 ducks on there. Some people got different colors too. They're super cute. Say hi when you're hopping on. Alright, so you can do one of a couple of different things here with this tumbler to glitter it. You can, what are you doing? Okay, as long as you're not like losing your mind. You can spray paint this tumbler blue, and you can apply your glitter with Mod Podge.
Hi, Kelly.
You can spray paint your tumbler blue and then dump your glitter on the wet spray paint. You can spray paint your tumbler blue and apply your glitter with the epoxy method. And you could do what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to use acrylic paint this time to apply my glitter. Now, this isn't something that came in the live box, but the only reason I'm doing this is to show everybody a bunch of different methods to be able to apply their glitter. And this is one of them. And for the next live box, which is going to be the Halloween box, I will apply the glitter using the wet method. So we're going to switch it up every time with these live boxes and show different techniques. Even though we are using glitter on the tumbler, and this is chunky glitter, even though we're using it, I want to show different, in all of the live boxes really we're using glitter. I want to show different methods for everybody to apply their glitter. Just so everyone has a chance to find what they like to do best to apply their glitter. Now, this is our glitter that we got in our live box. This is called Tubby Time. And Tubby Time is an opal blue with some holographic silver in there. Christy and I actually made this mix together, and all of our live boxes come with a custom mix that her and I work on. The next one is super awesome. I want to let everybody know that's watching that the Halloween live box is listed, and it is up on the Black Bear site. There is a limited supply. I think we have 60 this go round, and we may add more if they sell out. So if you like doing these, definitely get the next one. We plan to go live the last week of this month. Our intentions are, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get ahead of schedule. So for the Halloween live box, we want it to be done the first week of October, so everybody has all the way through October up until Halloween to get orders off of that live box, as well as make more of them and have it all done so that they can sell it before Halloween. So that's kind of our idea of what we're doing. We're just trying to get ahead. Like for the one around Christmas, we're going to do in November. So the next one that we do after the Halloween one is going to be the Christmas one. And then we're going to go from there and try to be a month ahead every month. So yeah. Do we have a couple people on?
We're working on it.
We're working on it. Where is everybody? Squishy, what are you doing, me love? Are you crawling around? You feel funny. So I was just making sure that you're like chill up there, my friend. I want to make sure that we have a couple people on before I start.
Hi, Dava.
Hi, Deva. These little duckies are cute. I like them.
You're playing some bubbles.
Yes, they're playing bubbles.
Bubbles.
Everywhere. Bubbles. Pop.
I wish they were interactive. That would be awesome.
Pop. 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 We're lame. We're playing with fake bubbles. So these are the little duckies that came in the live box. Aren't they adorable? They're so cute. Everybody, I think between pink and white ones, or not pink and white ones, but yellow and white ones, they had like a couple of different color options. Aren't they cute? That's the white one, and this is the yellow one.
Hello, Miss Carrie, aka Honey.
Hi, Miss Honey. Miss Carrie. I think she said that she bought her live box today.
Nice.
Yes, for the Halloween one.
Nice.
That one is going to be tons of fun. So if you see the photo that we use in the ad for it, it is a, what would you call it? It's what the look that we're going for. It's not going to look exactly like in the photo. It's an inspirational photo for the ad on it. But there will be a topper with a real knife on it.
Hi, April.
There will be ice and blood drip. There will be caution tape. There will be a geode effect. There will be the wet method application for glitter on that one. There's going to be a lot of different techniques that we're going to be using for that one. There will be ice, and then there will be another coaster mold for everybody to be able to do that one. And the water slide, I did a custom water slides for. I need to list it on our Etsy. Like, I need to list the bee.
Mm-hmm.
She works hard for the honey on there. I had someone go this week and buy some water slides, some more water slides, because they wanted to make more cups. So, I plan to do that with all of them.
That one turned out really cute.
Yeah,
Hi,
that one
Amy.
turned out really cute, and then the Halloween one is super cute. So those were custom designs that I made for the live boxes. So this one did come with the water slide. It does have the duck on there. It's the autocorrect duck with the white bubbles on it.
Share that one off if you got it.
I don't know what I did with it. I know I have a shoe of Todd for the honey over here. This is the Halloween image that I have that's coming for the next one, the next live box, the Halloween one. You inspire my inner serial killer. I do have the duck ones somewhere, but I don't remember what I did.
Stephanie says she's excited to see how the topper gets made.
For the, with the knife?
On this one.
Oh, on this one? Yeah, so that's what the glue is for. It's going to make it super easy. Everyone has magnets in their little baggies, so it is going to be a removable topper. So you will be able to pop it off and clean under it and clean in it and all that kind of stuff. So it makes it to where you can swap them out if you want to. So we are doing a 30-ounce tumbler for this one. This is a 30-ounce skinny straight. I am going to sand this a little bit. What I was saying before everybody kind of jumped on was I am going to be applying my glitter with the acrylic paint method. So you could do this several different ways. The only thing that I'm going for here is with each live box, I want to show a different technique. Applying the glitter, we're going to be applying glitter in all of the live boxes for the most part. But I do want to show different techniques so people have the opportunity to find what works best for them. In the Bee Live box, I did it with the spray paint application. So we spray painted the tumbler and then dumped the glitter on the wet spray paint. For next month, the Halloween, well, I guess technically is this month. We're going to try and do it at the end of September. I'm going to be using the wet method, and today I'm going to be using the acrylic paint method. So this is just to show different ways that you can apply it. If you have acrylic paint, you can do it this way. If you don't, you can use the spray paint method. You can use the epoxy method. You just want to make sure that you spray paint your cup blue. A light blue, baby blue, off blue, any of those type colors would work. Even something like this would work. This is the color glitter that we have. It's called Tubby Time, and it is an opal blue. It is very, very, very pretty. This is a custom mix that comes exclusively with the Ducky Live Box. So I am going to start off by giving my tumbler a little bit of a sand, and the only reason I'm doing that is just to kind of rough it up. The acrylic paint can and will kind of repel on this direct stainless steel, so I am just going to rough it up a little bit. Now, if you're spray painting it and you're doing the spray paint method or the epoxy method, you don't have to really worry about spray painting or sanding it. The most spray paints, if you're using Rust-Oleum, do have a primer in it, so it creates a good bond directly to the metal. Now, once I rub this down a little bit with the sanding block, I am going to clean it off with some acetone, or you could also use...
Hi Sequoia, hi Christy. I'm working on getting you a link to our Etsy store. I know it's Custom Creations 31326.
Yes.
So
and yes, I will be putting the autocorrect ducky up on our Etsy store as a water slide print. I'm also going to put the You Work Hard for the Honey, as well as the first live box that we did for the month of July is up on our Etsy store as a water slide print.
Hi, Fawn.
I believe
this is what the promo page looks like. So this kind of gives you a quick breakdown of what you're going to be getting in the box. For those of you who are watching and might not have bought a box but would like to buy one,
they are still available on the Black Bear Glitters.com website. Underneath, you can actually search live box and it'll pull it up on there. You can even type in Heather and it'll pop up on there.
So that is all the details.
And then the Halloween live box is also up and available on the website as well. We will be starting that one hopefully by the last week of this month. The whole goal here is we're trying to get ahead of schedule so people have time with these themed tumblers to be able to sell them in time for Halloween and Christmas and things like that. Alright, so I'm going to do my acrylic paint. I'm just got a sponge brush, a foam brush, and my acrylic paint. I did sand it. I'm going to do a rather thick layer of acrylic paint. Now, if you want to use the acrylic method, acrylic paint method in applying your glitter like me, you can use any blue, really. It's just going to show through this opal a little bit. You do want to have a relatively stronger blue, not too light, but really any blue would work. A lighter blue, baby blue, off blue, blue-gray, any of those would work. So I'm going to do a good thick coat on here. I'm going to open it up and squirt some on my tumbler. You can also do this with the Mod Podge method if you'd like.
Hi,
There's
Angela.
a ton of different methods that you could use.
So there's a link to our Etsy store if you guys are interested in trying to buy water slides from there. There's where we're going to be listing all the water slides for the boxes, each one as we do it.
And then Black Bear also has some of them to list as well on their website. So if you guys wanted to bundle with your next month's live box, I think they just have to work on getting it listed.
The blue glitter in this one is really, really pretty.
Yes. Yes, Tavoli messaged me and told me that. I can't see comments. I don't know why, but I can't see any of the comments.
Okay.
Alright, so I got a good thick layer of acrylic paint going on here. There
Was
they
there
go.
paint in the box?
No, this paint was not in the box. This is just a different method I'm using to apply the glitter. If you want to spray paint your tumbler or use the spray paint application method that I use for the Bee Live box, you can. This is just a different method. Next month I will be using a different method to apply the glitter as well. Just trying to throw some different techniques out there for people to find what works best or what they like to do best out of all the different application techniques. And Fawn has already claimed this one.
That didn't take long.
No. So, I've got a good thick layer on there of my blue acrylic paint. Alright, so I'm going to get my paper plate. I might have to have you open this, Cameron. I didn't think this through. Oh, no, I got it.
Because you're a magician.
Sometimes. Alright, so I'm just going to start shaking my glitter on there.
Hi, Jennifer. She said, hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Carrie. Oh, whew, good, because the box is in the trash.
No, there wasn't acrylic paint. I'm just using different methods to try and mix things up a bit.
What brand paint are you using?
This is Apple Barrel. It's the 50-cent paint, acrylic paint that you get out of like Walmart. Walmart. And you'll notice with some of these techniques, your glitter does, depending on how thick of a layer you do of acrylic paint, your glitter relatively stays flat. So you don't have to do a whole lot of padding. Now, when you do use this method or the spray paint method, you don't want to press or wiggle too much while you're pressing down your glitter because you will move your paint. But you guys can see for the most part, most of my glitter is laying down flat. I gotta do...
mostly because y'all had a conversation, I guess, where you couldn't get your cuss words out. And duck was used a lot.
Yes. Yes. So what you're saying is, Fawn, that I need to change it to say when Heather's phone autocorrects, it's not duck.
Right.
I like it. I like it. So I'm just going to keep dumping it on there. Now your glitter is only going to stick to where wet paint is exposed. You're not going to be able to glitter your tumbler or anything like that.
Here's the bubbles.
Oh, goodness, I got some bubbles.
You got bubbled.
I got bubbled.
Whoa.
And in any areas where it's kind of thick, you could just lightly pat just a little bit. But for the most part, all of my glitter is laying down really flat. Alright, look at that beautiful blue glitter. Holy crap. So beautiful. I want to make sure I get my rim really well.
Is Christy's mom watching? Hello, Jane. Chris is
Hi.
calling you out.
Alright, so I'm gonna just gently tap any pieces I see sticking up. And see, I'll probably get a bunch of people that are like, holy crap, I really like the acrylic paint method of applying glitter. And then next time, some people are going to be like, holy crap, I really love the wet method to applying glitter. And I know some people were like, holy crap, I really love the spray paint method of applying glitter. That was a thing. So this just, you know, opens up, because I'm going to apply glitter to all of our live box cups, of course. You know, so, I mean...
Why not try a different method?
Why not try different methods? Mix things up a bit. Keep things interesting. Because there's going to be glitter on all of our cups. Alright. She is all glitterified. Now, how I'm going to epoxy this.
Hi, Jocelyn. I don't know if I've said hey to you yet.
Just going to tap off my excess. Kind of into my lap. Alright, so I'm going to put that right there. You sit still, you. This glitter is so pretty. That holographic that's in it really gives it...
Makes it.
Yes.
What else? What else pops?
Bubbles!
Bubbles!
Oh, bubbles!
Can y'all tell I'm really excited that I actually found this effect? I'm gonna try to integrate more effects in with doing the lives and stuff too. Maybe even get some audio stuff going on, and I'm gonna start doing some promo videos and stuff too for these live boxes.
Yes.
If y'all have any ideas about ways that we can help promote the live boxes, get some more people involved, get some more sold, so that Herman and Christy can make some sales at the same time, it would help us out a ton.
I think if I list like the B cup on my Etsy store and like do a link and say, do you want to learn to make a cup like this, and do like a link to the live box, I think that would be super cool.
Corey, I would imagine if you're using the paint method on this, you could just literally have it sitting like Heather has right now, and it would dry just fine.
Yeah,
You don't have to have a turner for this part. Now, if you're planning on epoxying afterwards...
Yeah, if you plan on epoxying, or maybe even if you do the epoxy method, I would put it on the turner just to make sure that...
without a turner.
Yeah, you wouldn't need one for this. I don't usually... So, how I'm going to leave this one is I'm going to let it sit just like this until probably about tomorrow. Now, if I wanted to epoxy it tonight, it's like 10 o'clock here. I would wait at least an hour to an hour and a half before I actually epoxied it.
And you would epoxy it very lightly.
Yeah, well, after it dries, and you can spray seal it just to make sure that your glitter stays on there if you really want. But it's not absolutely necessary. The glitter is actually sticking in the wet paint.
Yeah. So your glitter, your paint's your glue. That's what's letting you
Yes,
stick.
your paint is your glue.
Don't mind Heather. She's just playing with her gecko while covered in glitter, getting him covered in glitter. You gonna show off your wizard?
Sure.
Say hi, Squishy. Hi.
For those of you who were curious, he's been in her shirt the whole time.
He's cute. He's my buddy. Stop freaking out. He's like, it's so bright.
He's an albino
Fancy leopard gecko.
We are not power washing tonight, April, but yes, we will be power washing for this one.
And we will be doing power wash in a different way. My anticipation, because the Dawn power wash is so expensive and hard to find, I'm gonna just be using regular, just regular bubbles, like Dawn dish soap in water, and I'm just going to put it on my tumbler and then spray paint it and then dunk it in some water. Does Squishy always have glitter on him too? Yes, Hims does. It was in his cage when we first brought him home. It was already on his tree.
Yes. Lydia, we have talked to Christy and Herman about doing subscriptions for the monthly boxes. That's going to be something that we're potentially going to do with them, but that's completely up to them.
Yeah, they have to be able to set, I think they have to set something up on the website and for them to be able to do the subscriptions for them. And I think another monkey wrench is the shipping. Because it is, you know, $35 plus shipping, and everybody's shipping is different. I think maybe that might be something that is kind of throwing a monkey wrench into things as well. So
we're working through the analytics and how that works. So hopefully soon. There's a TikTok that shows you how to make your own Dawn Power Wash.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, I actually made some of my own. You just have to have one of those fancy little sprayer heads from what I saw. I did Dawn Power Wash, alcohol,
I wonder if one of the mister... But we could try that. Like that white mister thing I bought you for your air plant.
I think the mister is too fine.
Maybe, you think so?
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out together there, April. So I mean, that's a good question. I'm not 100% on how the other company was doing them.
I think they were doing 35 shipped.
Yeah. So maybe we might be able to integrate that in, you know, up the price a little bit to calculate for shipping. But the only problem we have with that is the reason why we haven't. And I'll switch to my camera so y'all can see me. The reason why we transitioned from doing $35 shipped to $35 plus shipping, after talking with Herman and Christy, is because we had some people who their shipping was like $4 or $5 for the box.
I think they said the cheapest was $8.
Or let's say
the cheapest shipping was $8.
Let's say 8, right? But the next person may have been a lot farther, and it might have been 20. You know, so when you have such a wide span of shipping, that's why we made it where it was 35 plus shipping. So that way, people who are farther away, you know, she was just able to protect her margins a little bit better. Because from a business perspective, I'm sure you get it. She's got to be able to make money to be able to keep doing these.
Yeah.
So, granted, if she did it for all of them, if she broke even on all of them, great. You know, it'd be a great marketing tool for getting more glitter sales and whatnot. But she's got to have skin in the game. So. Yeah,
and I mean, like for this one, everybody should be able to sell this tumbler for no less than $45 to $50. Yeah. See. The shipping cost was between $8.40 and $19.70. Yeah, shipping cost to Alaska is stupid sometimes. Yes, I have shipped to Stephanie.
It's all your fault, Stephanie.
It is shipping, like, even to California, like, for me to ship something to April Nallner.
Tivoli.
To Tivoli, it's a lot. There's a huge price difference. Now, if I'm shipping something to Christy, sometimes it's $7, $8, you know, maybe a little bit less depending on what I'm shipping. And then if I ship the same thing to Tivoli in California, now I'm on the East Coast, if I ship it all the way to Tivoli in California, it's no less than $10, $11 for the same thing.
Right. It blows our mind too, because we have moments where we'll be shipping things from our Etsy store, like one sublimation print.
USPS shipping costs have increased significantly. They're preparing for the holiday season, so something before that I used to ship on Etsy for $4 is now going to be like $6. So that, you know, the USPS shipping rates fluctuate all the time too, especially around the holiday season. And the closer we get to Christmas, the higher it's going to be. I feel like they're going to change it again. And they're going to go up. And yes, the Tammy, the Halloween live box is listed on the Black Bear website. We will be, I think they're shipping that one out next week. Christy, I forget the date that we're actually shipping that one out, but I know that we plan on doing the next, starting the next live box the last week of September. And that's just...
But you're done for this one, right?
Yeah, so for this, part 1 is done for this one. I just always like to come and show how I glitter the tumbler, as well as show all these different types of techniques that I can do with applying the glitter. you know, we do have some newbies, and a lot of people don't know the different techniques. A lot of people were blown away that I glittered my tumbler on the bee box with the spray paint method. That one blew a lot of people away. It saved everybody a layer of epoxy, and it still came out looking perfect.
Yeah, by the way,
Very
real
perfect.
quick, like, everybody that ended up making those those bee cups, like, great job. Seriously. Like, we saw some cups that literally were, like, blowing us away, that literally I get so, like, floored by how well some people take this concept and,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and blow it up.
And they make it into their own thing. Like, Tivoli's and April's didn't look the same.
No.
You know, nobody's
And Koya's
really
doesn't look
looks...
the same.
Yeah.
Koya's, like, she took it and kind of derailed, which is totally cool.
Yeah, I think she did white on top of her glitter and then did the peekaboo on it. And then she even did the drip from her honeycomb pieces on her tumbler, you know. So, 2 of my bees fell off. Oops.
April's asking, are we going to start on the topper tonight?
We can. We could totally start on the topper. I think this one was my... Whoops.
Party foul.
Party foul. It's okay. It's fine. I kind of... Oh, look, you just push it around. It's fine. No harm done. Ah!
You gonna put it on the turner?
Yeah, I'll put it up here so I stop knocking it over. I made a big boo-boo on that one.
April says she loved the drip off the honeycomb. Which I
Yeah,
thought
that was super cute.
Yeah, I absolutely love that no two are the same. That's probably
Yeah.
my favorite part, because we're seeing so many different, like,
Artistic
techniques and ways-
additives.
Yeah, just that you guys are taking it, you're derailing, or you're following it to a T, and literally, either they all look identical, which is awesome, because that means that the teaching as far as what Heather's doing, like, you guys are able to follow in a fashion that makes you make the cup almost identical to hers, is so cool to me, because that's what we're here for, is for the teaching aspect of it. And it's helping people learn and grow, and because, like we talked about before, you're buying the box for $35 plus shipping. You can sell that same cup for $50, $55.
And you might get somebody that wants to buy one for all of their family members that own ducks.
Right. Or they really love honey because they have a honey business.
Yeah.
You know? And with that, you're getting more orders off of it. You're
getting
learning
more
techniques.
exposure. Everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, look at this tumbler that Tammy made. Look at this tumbler that Tivoli made. Tivoli says that some of her best-selling tumblers, or she said this before, was the live boxes. It takes you out of your comfort zone. It makes you look at it differently. It gives you different things to try, different techniques, different directions to follow, and then, you know...
Fawn's like, hey, stop beating on my cup.
I know, right? Pew, pew, pew! It's so funny,
Tanya,
because...
Heather loves her gecko so much.
I do. I love my gecko.
Hey, you guys! Is that enough?
Yes. Yes, Cameron.
Tivoli said they're her best sellers.
Yeah, see? I've heard that from quite a few people.
Because that's the thing, that's literally my favorite part, is that we're making things together as a group that people outside of the group don't know that we're making. So when they see you making this piece, they're seeing it as an original piece that you made, which we love, because that means that it's helping you make money and keep money in your pockets and make it where you can keep diapers on your baby's butt. Because that's where we are. We do this because we want to be able to keep diapers on our little boy's butt and our keep clothes on our daughter's back while she's going to school and doing her thing, and help pay for this house that we just bought. So we appreciate you guys.
Yes. It is a learning environment. Alright, I'm putting all my marbles in this lid. So they stop rolling around. Bad marbles.
Oh, wait. What are those? Bubbles!
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I hope he don't fall.
TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to
I
duck
don't
it.
have that downloaded.
I know. I know. You're being good. You're behaving.
And Heather, I literally was like, I'm gonna do it. And she's like, don't do it. Okay.
Just making sure this is the right one. Alright, so everybody got a coaster mold, and then they got super glue gel. So this little coaster mold fits perfectly inside of our lid. Now, this little part right here where your words are, and your little space is where your mouthpiece is going to be on your tumbler lid. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open my super glue, because it's not open yet. I got glitter in it, but whatever.
Who cares?
Whatever.
Those caps don't have the puncture.
Yeah, it does. It has it on the other end, but I want to make sure that I'm like
Ready?
well prepared. Yeah.
Because it might.
Exactly. In fact, it's probably definitely going to do that. Alright, so you open it up with the other end. Now this is a super glue gel. So I'm going to put super glue. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of super glue. You want to make sure you squeeze from your end. And I'm going to put it in my little mold here. And then where
Get you closer.
my two pieces are touching, I'm going to let those sit. And then I'm just going to keep going along. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each of my little marbles.
I've always said Costco's where I got mine.
Glue?
I guess so. Can y'all see okay? Do you want to be closer?
Alright, so I am working kind of fast because I know my super glue is going to dry really fast. Now, I am most likely going to epoxy over this little topper. I also want to put my...
Pause.
Now, everybody got magnets. I'm going to put 2 of my magnets in the bottom of my mold. So I'm going to put one up here, and then I'm going to put one down here.
April said, totally not doing this how I thought you would. Different.
That's a good thing, right?
Michelle, is there anything on the bottom of the mold before the marbles?
No. Mm-mm. Nope. Alright. So, I'm put a little between these. Now, like I said, I am going to epoxy. And we did it this way with the super glue because we know that not everybody has UV resin and a UV light. And to send everybody one of those would be somewhat costly. So we went about it this way because there's more than one way to skin a cat. And you don't always have to have all of those fancy items to do some of these things. Alright, now some of these, as I'm going around, I am going to try and make sure that I'm holding some of them together so they aren't rolling around everywhere. So the glue in between them dries. And you don't need a lot of this super glue. You just need a little bit.
grandpa and said, hey, since it's mine, you can just pop the slide on the lid out and toss it.
That's true. Yeah, you could do that too.
April said, hell, I made an actual coaster with it to glue them to.
What? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You could do it that way if you want to. I am going to epoxy over these little bubble pieces. So, I mean, you can do it however you want.
And how many do they get per box? How many bubbles they get?
I don't remember exactly how many everybody gets.
I was asking if you're using the same number or if you're using more or less or what.
I think everybody has the same number of them. Alright, so I'm going to start adding my little duckies. I do want him sitting up straight. I'm going to put him here. Oops.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a better angle for you so y'all can see what's going on.
I'm trying to see, are you going to fit there where I want you to fit? And you could put how many duckies, however many duckies you want. I'm going to put this last little marble. Where do I want to put you? I'll put you right there. Stick. Oh, there we go. Make sure all of this fits well. You do want to make sure that your bubbles are stuck to your magnets. So I'm going to kind of squish those in there. You are possibly going to get some super glue on you.
See if that looks a little better.
Turn you like this.
April, the duckies are freaking adorable.
Right? They are absolutely
Sorry about the glare, guys.
adorable.
I'm always trying to figure out like the best camera angle, and that just was not working for whatever reason. So this is straight off my phone, which is making it super convenient. And the camera on these phones are phenomenal. So
Trying to see.
I'll keep that in mind for like future lives and stuff. Sorry if that wasn't super easy to see before. That, or I've got a $100 on in my next tech item. Thanks.
That was that was your Oculus, okay?
I'll get another camera eventually.
Alright. So, I just want to make sure that all my little marble pieces are glued together.
It's cute.
It's super adorbs. I kind of love it. Push my glue. I just kind of. Fill in any holes with any of my extra glue. Squishy, what are you doing in there?
I'm not sure why it booted you off, Michelle. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's... Let's see. It should be Custom Creations 31326 on Etsy. Yeah, let me see if I can get it pulled back up here.
Are you falling, dude? What are you doing? It is most adorable. Alright. So I can tell that over here, these aren't secured very well, so I'm going to do a little bit more.
But then again, I forgot I do have the iPhone 11 that I can use as strictly a camera for lives. I can always do that. Just until I bite the bullet on another camera.
Yeah. And I'll probably pour epoxy over it.
Fawn, yes, yes, yes. Add all the duckies.
All the duckies. Okay.
Ducky party.
Ducky party. Ow, yeah.
Ducks everywhere.
Ducks, 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 ducks.
Everybody.
Ducks, 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 ducks. Yeah, the camera on the phone is phenomenal in comparison.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. But look at how close it gets.
Yeah.
You can see.
Yes, yes. All the ducks.
Herman, y'all got me dead. Wackously stupid.
Hold a ducky on there until the super glue holds it nice and well up there. Oh.
April. Doing double duty. Watching Big Brother with John and listening to y'all with an earpiece.
Multitasking at its best.
We appreciate you being here, April. You know, we could actually probably do one of these live on TikTok too if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Did the glue make the marbles dull?
Yes. So that is why I'm going to go over it with some epoxy.
Because even like matte clear.
You could use gloss clear if you wanted to.
Matte clear spray paint.
Yeah, it'll make it dull.
It makes it dull, but then once you add the epoxy, it shines it back up.
Yeah, and the reason I'm going to add some epoxy is because I do want to make a nice, shiny, glistening top or outer edge layer for all of my ducks and all of my marbles, and I want to make sure that they are all stuck together really, really well. And if you did do a thin layer of epoxy in the bottom, that's totally okay too. Just make sure that you do attach your magnets, because your magnets are going to be what allows you to pop it off. And once I put epoxy in this, I'm going to put epoxy in it while it's in the mold. And I do want to make sure that all of my little edges, I'll go ahead and mix up some epoxy. Let us see. Yes. Let us see. Alright, Squishy, you good? Okay. What was that?
Me moving the table.
Oh.
But yeah, I definitely think that we could do a live box on a TikTok maybe one time. The whole side of your leg is shiny.
Yeah. What's new, Cameron? Whoa, 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 glitter.
Sit down.
Alright. So.
What's new, Ducky Cat?
Ducky cat. You know cats eat ducks for the most part, right? I hate to be the party pooper, but
I did not know that.
yes. Alright, so I'm gonna mix up 20 milliliters and I may not even use all of it. And I'm using CCDIY's artist resin. You can also, if you have your medium viscosity, that would work well for this too, because you're going to have less bubbles. 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 Alright.
This is what it looks like inside Heather's cup because she's impatient and she mixes too fast.
Yes, is bubbles everywhere. Now, I am going to show you a technique. It's kind of like we're on the same wavelength, Cameron.
Well, look out, there's a big one.
Show you guys a couple techniques that you can do to get less bubbles in your stirring cup. So you can mix zigzags. I don't know if you can see this. You want to switch over to your phone, Cameron. Alright, so zigzag. I'll move my hand from one corner to the other corner. You can zigzag it to mix it, and you're going to get very minimal bubbles. I was actually explaining this in somebody's post. I think it was in another group the other day. So you can tell that I'm doing zigzags rather quickly. I'm not letting my stir stick come off of the bottom of the cup. Look at each. Alright, and then, so I'm just going to stir it like this. Now, I'm impatient, that's why I stir it like this. But, if once you stir it, you can see now how it's super, super hazy. And that is because it is not mixed well enough. You can tell I'm getting bubbles now, but that's because I'm impatient and I'm not continuing to stir zigzag. But it will be okay because
you're going to torch the piss out of it.
no, I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. Alright, so it is mixed very well. You can see all of my bubbles. Now, I'm going to let it sit there. I am going to put my popsicle stick back in it. I'm going to get my glitter back out because I'm going to put some glitter down in the bottom. Let me find another stir sticky. I usually have a little shovel, but Christian likes to steal them all. So, I don't know where my shovel is. But, while that is sitting there, I'll move it over so you guys can see. I have some open spaces down in my little coaster mold. And I'm going to take some of my glitter, my blue glitter, and I'm just going to put it in my open spaces. Now this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's just going to add some color. It's going to bring the color from the tumbler up into the topper to kind of make it all commingle nicely. I smell like super glue. I smell like beef. Alright, now if you look at my epoxy right now, which is why I left it sitting there in front of the camera, you'll see that a lot of my bubbles are rising to the top. So what happens in my epoxy while it's sitting there is it's warming up because of the chemical process that's actually going to make it harden. It is warming up, and what that does is it's bringing all of my bubbles to the surface, and we all know that heat pops the bubbles. So it's popping a majority of the bubbles now as it's sitting there, just waiting for me to use it. Alright, so I'm going to pick it and I'm just going to tap all of it down. And what that's going to do is it's going to make all of my glitter go to the bottom. I got super glue on my end. Alright.
Thank you, Judy.
Cool effect. Alright, so you see a lot of my bubbles have popped. Not all of them. And the longer I let it sit, the more bubbles will pop. But, once again, I'm impatient. So I'm going to grab my torch. And I'm going to have it standing by. I'm also going to take a super cheap little paintbrush. I'm pretty sure I got this in like a pack of 10 from the Dollar Tree. Make sure all my glitter is kind of pushed down, tapped down.
When you start painting, move some things around if you don't mind.
Okay. Tap my glitter down and around my bubbles. So I'm going to take some epoxy and I'm going to paint it on my bubbles.
I'm going to try to adjust the cameras real quick, guys. Give me 1 second.
And this epoxy is going to brighten those marbles right back up for the bubbles. And they're going to be super shiny and glossy now. I'm going to pour a little bit of it in the bottom in those open spaces.
What glitter did you use?
This is Tubby Time that came in the live box. This is a custom mix that we made exclusively for this live box. So I'm just taking my excess epoxy. I see a spot here that I missed. I'm just going to run it down into those little crevices. Alright. Now I'm going to make sure that I have epoxy nice and brushed on all my ducks and all my bubbles. And then I'm going to hit it with a torch. Now,
disclaimer.
Using a torch on a silicone mold is not recommended. However, you will see that I do it, and the risk that you run, the reason I say it's not recommended, is it can burn your mold, and it could make your epoxy stick to your mold. But that's usually what could happen if you hold it on there with all the heat in just one spot. You'll notice when I do it that I just do it quick and then I let it go. So I'm gonna torch some of my bubbles, and I'm just doing it sporadically and very fast. You can also use alcohol. 91% isopropyl alcohol will also pop a majority of your bubbles. And I'm gonna paint a little more on there.
Will the tubby time and stuff be listed for future?
No, they're actually making it exclusively for the live boxes, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a super pretty color. I love it. It's got tons of opals.
Tivoli said don't use alcohol and the torch.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I did that once. It was a bad idea. Tivoli probably remembers that from when I did it. It almost caught the house on fire. Yeah, one or the other, not both. Or you could do the torch and then you could spray it with alcohol, but don't do both.
Yeah. Don't dump alcohol while you're torching it.
No, that's bad. Yeah, it won't end well. Isopropyl alcohol is an accelerant, and it will actually catch on fire and it will burn off inside of your mold, and then it will definitely get too hot and it will burn your mold. Yes. Now, I am going to keep my 2 magnets until we do our second part. I'm not going to do it right now because we're going to want to make sure that the magnets are where they should be, in line with where they should be on the lid.
I forgot and used inks and then the torch.
Yeah. I've done that before too.
So you're going to let this completely set up.
Yep.
And then put the magnets on it.
Yep, and then I'm going to, once it sets up, I'm going to pop it out, and then we'll attach it to the lid of the tumbler. Make sure I get it all on my duckies. I want to make sure that my duckies... So, the reason that epoxying this is so important. Now, when you're doing just the lemons on the ice toppers, you do have to coat the lemon in complete epoxy. And the reason you do that is to make sure that none of the paint washes off on it, that it loses none of its color. That epoxy is actually going to protect it, because you're going to be washing these. And you want to make sure that you don't wash off your paint on your duck or anything else that you have. So that's why I feel as though it's important. Now, it's not absolutely necessary, but you know, everybody does their own thing. I got everything nice and coated. All my bubbles are shiny and pretty, and they're sparkly. They've got some glitter on them. So I'm gonna gently, lightly hit it with some heat just for those remaining bubbles. Once again, you could use all alcohol for this.
Victor's here.
Hi, Victor. Where have you been, my friend? I don't know where somewhere to put these because it keeps wanting to fall over. I guess I'm gonna have to take this out. Whoops, I got some epoxy on my counter. Okay.
So shiny bubbles rhymes with tiny bubbles.
Yes! I've also seen people have opal marbles in theirs too. There's a lot of options that you can do with this.
Victor, you put alcohol ink in your eyebrows?
What?
Because she said, oh yeah, by the way, I lost some eyebrows. Talking about she used alcohol inks and the torch.
Yeah, it will.
Put alcohol ink in your eyebrows?
Maybe, Victor. Gosh. You don't know. Alright. And then I'm going to let it sit. And it is going to be good to go. Ta-da! So we got a fully glittered tumbler. Now, for our next step that we're going to follow up on Friday with, you do want to make sure that you epoxy your tumbler until smooth. So 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, whichever works best for you. It really just depends on how many milliliters of epoxy you use at a time. I'll probably do 2 bubbles. It was less painful than tattoos. Was. I'll probably use 2 layers, and I'll probably do 15 to 20 milliliters per layer, especially in my first layer of epoxy. You can use Fast Set if you want. This is a blue, so it's not gonna really yellow or anything like that, and we are going to be finishing it up and using a top layer of artist resin. So epoxy your tumbler until smooth. You want to make sure it's completely smooth without sanding. And then we're going to come back Friday and we're going to do the power wash method. We're going to mix it up a little bit, so we're not going to be using Dawn Power Wash. We'll be using Dawn Soapy Bubbles and white spray paint. And then we'll apply our water slide. And then we'll finish up our topper, and then this tumbler will be done. Super easy, but it's going to be super cute. Mine is already claimed. Fawn has claimed my Ducky tumbler. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I hope to see you back on Friday. And if you would like to order one of these live boxes, they are still available on the Black Bear Glitters website. The Halloween box is also available right now. It is listed on the website, and we're going to start it at the last week of September. It's going to be super awesome, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that one. Yeah. Make sure you share your photos of your tumbler and how it's coming on the group so all of us can follow along. I'll post pictures of my tumbler tomorrow in the group so everybody can see once I've got some epoxy and how that glitter sparkles and shines under the epoxy. It's going to be awesome. And I'll show you what my Ducky topper is looking like tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a great night. If you have any questions, run into any problems, feel free to message me or Cameron. We're always happy to help, and I hope you guys have a great night, and we will see you Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye!
Can you see me waving? Can you see me waving? Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye!